Hi, Dree here with CVV Entertainment, and I wanted to share some insight with you of how the words or powerful affirmations journal can be helpful. Stay tuned to the end because I'm going to share my own personal excerpt from this journal. But let's talk about some use cases of why perhaps you would want to use this, and it's going to be different for different people. And then I'm going to show you where you can get the book. I have it everywhere. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some other things that you can find on Amazon regarding this book. Maybe you are someone who is going to some type of, counseling or therapy to talk to someone about your emotions and the things that you're going through in life, because life at times can be very challenging. This is a place where you can write down your thoughts, write down the things that you're thinking, good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is. There's no wrong or right answer when adding things to your journal. But it also prompts you to write some good things, some things that you want to reinforce. And the reason why this is such a helpful tool in this use case is because if you're going to your therapist, you can then take this book with you, and maybe for that week, or was a particular day that gave you some concern and you want to talk about it, rather than just having everything in your head. Do an extra step for yourself and use this journal in a way that you can better understand your thoughts and then better communicate your thoughts as well. Here's another use case. Maybe you are in a relationship. You could be married, in a long-term relationship. Maybe you've just started your relationship and you're into it a few months, you're a few months in. This is helpful for you to have a space for yourself to write down, again, what's going on? What are some of the thoughts that you're having when it comes to your significant other? What are some things that maybe happen for the day that you want to jot down in your journal? But also, what are some affirmations that you can write down to help guide your thoughts towards how did you overcome whatever you were experiencing that day? And this is how this tool is so powerful, because you can take this a step further and work on your relationship by communicating your thoughts, right? It's very similar to the last use case I just mentioned. This is a constructive way. A lot of times you may hear about couples arguing or just holding things in until things boil over, or maybe they go elsewhere to seek attention, to seek the communication that they need and want. You don't have to do that. You can write this down, and then you can just have a better idea of the topics you want to talk about and discuss with your significant other. Again, this gets things out of your head and gets it in a format to really prompt you to work towards a solution. So, having a heated argument or debate or staying silent will not work. But what will work is effective communication, being able to share your personal thoughts. You have a right to do that. You have a right to your thoughts. You have a right to communicate those. And this could be vice versa. Maybe you are in a relationship where you're both wanting to work towards communicating with each other better. Get the book for the two of you, and then dedicate some time, maybe once a week or perhaps daily before you go to bed, and say, okay, what were your thoughts today? Is there anything that happened between us that maybe we can talk about? So that's another use case. And I'm going to talk about another use case, and it kind of ties into the excerpt that I'm going to share with you of what I place into this journal. Perhaps the last two use cases don't apply to you, but maybe this one does. You are going through your daily life and you're human. You're a normal human being. You encounter various things throughout the day, various things throughout the week, and some are really, really great. Some things you may be thinking about and thinking and things that you just kind of want to just put down on paper. Like, what happened for the day? Have that personal time with yourself. It's really, really, really important. So many times we are so giving, right? We are giving to others. We are dedicating ourselves to others. But pause and really think about, what time are you dedicating to yourself? And this use case, you can absolutely write down anything about yourself that you experienced, that you felt from the day. It could be great. It can be something that you want to kind of really think a little more about. And the beautiful thing is that once you use one of the pages, again, you can go to the site. And if you look here on the screen at cvventertainment.com/books, you can actually listen to the video that I've put together for this. And it kind of talks about the writing prompts, and that's in a way that's helpful. But you can write this information down and really take the time and go back and look at what you wrote over time. See where you still need to improve. Let's say it's been 2 months and you're still kind of writing about the same things that you wrote about a month ago. So maybe you want to dig a little deeper, or maybe you're going to look and say, wow, I've really made progress. This is really helpful, because the purpose of this journal is twofold. One, yes, it is a place. If you want to vent. If you want to talk about something exciting that happened to you that made you happy, go ahead and do that. I want to talk about in the instance where you're writing down things that maybe bother you, or that you want to improve on, or you're just venting, or whatever it is. Again, there's no wrong or right answer on what you choose to write in this journal. But I take it a step further with writing an affirmation. So it's unhealthy to just vent and complain all the time, because that throws you in a mental loop of all you're hearing is the negative in your head, right? All you're seeing and interpreting is negativity around you. But it takes you a step further and writing down, okay, what is something positive? What is something that you are claiming positive? Maybe it's for that situation, maybe it's for that day, maybe it's for your life as a whole. And that is so important to ensure that also you have a balance. It is okay. We're human, and you can get upset, but at the same time you get happy. You have very happy moments as well. But most importantly, make sure that you're working towards an effective goal with improving who you are over time. Now I'm going to share an excerpt that occurred in 2022. So I actually wrote in my journal. This is how you can use this, y'all. This is really last year, September 2022. Listen, I'll share it with you. And just if it's going to help you try to kind of, if you're on the fence about, hey, is this something I really want to do? Is it really helpful to write down things? And what's so wonderful about this is that, like now, you can go back, okay, and look at what you have written in your journal. And then over time, as you continue to write in your journal, you can see how you have progressed. So on this particular day, I said, today I will push myself to learn about OpenSea. Although it's new to me, I will give myself grace and patience to learn. I remember that because I was so scared about OpenSea, but I did it trying to list those NFTs and what is that? Ethereum and all this stuff, but I did it. So I wrote, I am smart and can learn new things. I am not intimidated and fight through my fears. Again, sometimes, we get a little intimidated, right? Something that's new, that's out the ordinary, and it's overwhelming. And so sometimes it's easier to just walk away and say, forget it. But you got to fight through your fears. I fought through mine. My thoughts. I was nervous about listing NFTs on OpenSea. I worked hard to conquer my fears and doubts. Even if nothing sells, I'm proud. That is proud of myself for achieving a goal. And that is absolutely true. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just for me, just being able to say, you know what, go forward. I did it. Even if it doesn't sell, I know that within me, I conquered my fears. I did something that I hadn't done before. It was something new, and I did it. Okay, so, this is the next day. Oh, y'all getting 2 days. Okay, so today I am working hard towards my goals. I will complete at least one project today. All right, I am determined to persevere because I am strong and patient with myself. And here are my thoughts. Keep in mind, this is September of last year. And just some context for what I'm about to read. I went into the office, and it was on this week, I believe it was the first time going back in person since the pandemic. So yes, I was a little anxious about it, but okay. So far, I accomplished a lot today. Okay. To celebrate my small win, I will give myself a few hours of downtime to relax. Although I want to keep working, I'm having anxiety about returning to work tomorrow. I want to jog in the morning, but I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I recognize that I need to take a break. And sometimes you have to do that. And that is, I'm telling you, y'all, that's the beauty of putting your thoughts on paper, putting it in a journal. So yeah, I obviously, it's almost a year later, a couple months from being a year later, I overcame all of those fears. I all of it, but it was just helpful to put my thoughts down and get them out of my head. And I do recognize when I need to take a break, because I can work. I love working, but I have to realize when I need to take a break. The journal is on Amazon. Feel free to go and take a look. I have written some additional information. Also, you can follow me. Look over here on the left. As I publish additional books, you'll be the first to know and get notifications to look at what I'm selling and also just to follow and kind of keep up with what's going on. So if you go to the page, as you can see, you can take an in-depth look at what you can expect to find within the book. Okay, so please take a look. Also, at the very bottom, it says about the author. I have a write-up just to give you a little insight about myself and the reason why I'm sharing this book. Please take a look at the link in this video description. If you would like to get the book. Get it for yourself. Get it for someone else. And make sure that you affirm who you are in life.